Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and in this episode of Halloween Spooktacular, I'm going to show you an old newspaper article I found about a wild man who startled the people of Kentucky. And I'm going to share it with you here today. So stay tuned. Today, we will be traveling back in time, all the way back to the year 1907. And the story I'll be sharing with you is from an old newspaper article that I found. And within the article, there's a man from Kentucky named Jim Peters, who is a farmhand for the postmaster of Buena Vista, Kentucky, S.D. Scott. Now, Jim Peters claimed to have come across a hairy man-beast in Bowman's Woods in Kentucky while he was out there with his pet dog. And it's also his belief that this creature that they came across was attracted to his pet dog. So I want to share the story with you that I found in this old newspaper article today. So the Reno Evening Gazette did run this article on March 27th, 1907. And the title of the article was Wild Man Startles People of Kentucky. And it has a subtitle that says, Hairy Creature Seen by Farmhand, and both are so scared they prepare to run. The article begins, information has been received here that the people in the country around Buena Vista, a village in Girard County, are much excited over the report that a wild man has his haunts in the Kentucky River Hills near that place. A party is being organized to explore a cave where the creature is believed to have his lair and attempt to capture him. So already in the first paragraph of this article, it does state that a search party was being organized to go into the woods searching for the lair of this man-beast creature that was seen. So let's see what else the article has to say. Jim Peters, a farmhand employed by S.D. Scott, postmaster at Buena Vista, while working in Bowman's Woods near High Bridge, a short distance from Buena Vista, was attracted by the peculiar actions of his dog, which came running from a thicket nearby, yelping and showing every evidence of extreme fright. A moment later, Peter says, a creature with the shape of a human being followed the dog and approached within 20 yards of him. Peter says he was too frightened to run. The apparition kept its eyes on the dog until it was asked what it was doing there, when it turned and disappeared in the woods. So according to Jim Peters, this creature came within 20 yards of him, so I'm sure he was able to get a pretty good look at it. Not only that, the creature seemed to continually stare at his dog until he addressed it directly, asking, "What are you doing here?" At that point, the creature turned around and disappeared back into the woods. The article goes on to state, Peters says that the creature wore no clothes except a coon skin tied about its loins. Its long black hair streamed down its back and breast in a matted mass and covered the face so that he could not see whether it had a beard or not. Its body was covered with a coat of soft, fuzzy black hair, and its finger and toenails were long and curved like talons. Most Bigfoot sightings that I've heard of never really mention the toenails and fingernails being long and curved like talons. So I found that descriptor very interesting. So let's see what else it says. Peters hurried home and told his employer, who today organized a party, who went to where the wild man had been seen. They found no trace of him in the woods, but in the mud of the riverbank, they found tracks of bare human feet with claw-like toenails. Meanwhile, the women and children of the vicinity are afraid to leave their homes. The man is supposed to be an escaped prisoner or lunatic. So I do find it interesting that the search party may not have found this weird, hairy, man-like creature that they were looking for, but they did find barefoot footprints with long talon-like nails. So I found that quite interesting that they kind of found evidence of this hairy man-beast, even though they didn't find him. And then, of course, at the very end of the article, how it points out that women and children are afraid to leave the house because it's supposed to be a man who had escaped from an asylum or something. Which, yes, that could be true. Instead of a hairy man-beast, this simply could have been a very unkempt human who was also mentally ill. But the strange thing is that you never really know. And why did Jim Peters' dog act so frightened, according to his retelling of the story? So I don't know if I'm as quick to write off this as a non-Bigfoot sighting, but more of an escaped lunatic from an asylum. Honestly, it might be more likely that it was a Bigfoot than an escaped lunatic from an asylum, hiding out in the woods, running around barefoot, with a coonskin tied around his loins. But who really knows, right? I would love to know what you guys think of this story and this article. Do you think that what Jim Peters saw was simply an escaped lunatic? Or do you think that Jim Peters, like so many others who are deep in the woods, came across a creature like Bigfoot, who always seems to get away just in the nick of time before anyone can find evidence of his existence? I don't know, you guys. I don't know if this particular sighting was just an escaped lunatic or if it was a hairy man-beast similar to Bigfoot. But one thing that I do know is that I do believe that somewhere out there, Bigfoot exists. And at some point, he might have been in Bowman Woods. And he might have been attracted to Jim Peters' dog. But I guess we'll never really know. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you like this video, be sure to click that like button. And that helps out my channel so much. So one way you can easily support this channel for free is to just click the like button and share this video with all your friends out there. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can turn on the notifications bell if you would like to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.